Berkeley Zen Center, and this is where we are at Berkeley Zen Center. And there are a number of people from our community who have come out to greet you.
Thank you.
Yeah, so thank you very much. And it's been a couple of years since I've been on one of these walks. And actually, the first order of business is...
Okay, Carol, you can receive the check.
You can receive the donation.
Thank you.
There we go.
Thank you.
That's a donation from Berkeley Zen Center to support Buddhist Global Relief.
Thank you so much.
I will speak just briefly, and then also, so along with the refreshments, I really invite people to, you're welcome to go into the Zendo and just see the atmosphere. If you want to sit down in there, just sit down. There's probably about 35 seats, no waiting. And just take your shoes off. Before you go into the Zendo, please put your shoes on the rack here. So, one thing that occurs to me is that Buddhist Global Relief's work is, to me, it's the business of meeting the requisites of, we call it, in Buddhist terms, it's the requisites for practice, but it's actually the requisites for life, for a truly human life. And again, in the scriptures, it speaks about those requisites. Before you can practice, you have to have food, shelter, clothing, and medicine. And I would say, in this world, the fifth requisite would be education. Because you can't actually negotiate the world of this day without having, without being literate, without knowing how to work with words and numbers. So that's a requisite. And this is the work that Buddhist Global Relief is doing, not just for Buddhists. I remember it was probably 20 years ago, we had a series of meetings before there was Buddhist Global Relief. Bhikkhu Bodhi and I and about 5 or 6 other people were talking about the possibility of establishing something like a Buddhist Peace Corps. And we got a certain distance down the road, but it stopped because it was going to call for a lot of infrastructure that was going to have to be created first. And I think what he's found, and what I found in work that I do, which is sort of parallel, is to work with trusted partners who are already doing the work, whom you can be in relationship with, who you know are principled and accountable, and who are going to use whatever funds are gathered wisely. And just looking, I was just reviewing the projects that BGR has going, and you know, some of them are in Buddhist countries, they're in Asia, but they're also in the Caribbean, and they're in Africa, and they're in places around the world where this is really, it's not about Buddhism, it's about human possibility, human potential, and how to unlock it by giving people the requisites. And not tying it to a particular doctrine, but it's also, I would assume that for many of us here, we come from a Buddhist background, and we have Buddhist practice, and we understand that even in our Mahayana tradition, the Bodhisattva vow to save all beings. It's to save all beings. It's not just the Buddhists, because all of us are connected. All of us are one body. So I really welcome you. This is a very diverse group. I love the fact that there are younger people here, and you're most welcome to hang out, refresh yourselves. Go in the Zendo, take a look. and just get a chance to hang out amongst yourselves. Have you been able to do that in your other stops?
Yes, we just came from about a 20-minute break, 25-minute break there at Berkeley Buddhist temple.
Okay, did they feed you?
No.
They didn't feed you?
No.
We had snacks. We had snacks.
Okay. Well, this is, you're gonna have to wait for your real meal, but there's cookies and juice and water. So,
Okay.
welcome to Berkeley Zen Center. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
And thank you, Dhammadeepa.
Thank you.
Dhammadeepa is an old friend of ours. She bridges our various traditions, and when she was living down here, she was practicing
Right here.
with us, right
That's
here.
right. That's right.
So I'm excited to see her, and I greet our monastic members, who look like they're all sisters. And all power to the sisterhood.
Yeah. Thank
Okay,
you.
thank you.
Thank you. I do just
Yeah.
have a couple more words. So thank you so much, Hassan, for the warm welcome, and for everybody from BZC who's making it possible for us to be here. And we're just gonna, as Hassan said, take a break, have a look around. In about 10 or 15 minutes, I'd like to read a letter of encouragement and appreciation from Bhikkhu Bodhi about the walk. We could do it now while we're assembled.
Yes, please.
Okay, we'll do that now, and then move